So today I want to talk about how, as an artist, every choice I make is completely deliberate, but there's one single choice that defines my entire body of original artwork: the fact that I exclusively celebrate women. Now, that being said, you can commission me for a piece that involves male and masculine energy, but all of the original works that I create for my series have women exclusively, and this isn't just a casual preference. It's a foundational philosophy woven into the fabric of my expressionism. And the reason why is because women are the ultimate embodiment of complex, layered narratives and profound, resilient texture. We are, quite simply, the energy that moves the world. And I don't mean that to be exclusive towards masculine energy. I just simply mean that it's easier for me and more interesting for me in my artistic practice to center around that feminine energy. We're constantly in motion. We're balancing fierce resilience and deep intuition, and we can be gentle and nurturing and both a warrior. When I look at the texture of women's lives, the hustle, the nurturing, the push against traditional perspectives, and sometimes the embracing of traditional perspectives, it's exactly the complexity that I strive to capture. It's rich, and often sometimes unacknowledged depth. And honestly, some of the strongest people I know are women just trying to make it through their day, with a semblance of sanity. That complexity right there, that's the art. This piece in particular is inspired after the two strongest women in my life, the ones who raised me and made me the strong woman I am. My work is a testament to the strength of women becoming the master architect of their own lives. And the figures that I burn into wood are always the human element. Every piece that I do, even if it's a commission that involves males or other beings, it is always the human that is wood burnt. And there's a reason for that. It's because we in our consciousness are the permanent things in our life, and it is through our consciousness that we can experience vibrancy and experience texture in life. And due to our permanence and our consciousness in our own life, that is why it is burnt, because burning is the most permanent medium. Paint can be sanded away, and texture can be removed, but wood burning, that's way harder to get rid of. And when you look at these pieces, I'd like to think that collectors see themselves, their mothers, their sisters, reflected on these canvases or boards, and they can see themselves in the narrative. Through deeply carved wood, burnt, dramatic light, and vibrant paint, I reveal allegories for emotional landscapes. These are not static portraits, they are maps of growth, and they serve as reminders. If you resonate with a piece, then it's meant for you. When I refer to texture in life, I am referring to the sensory and emotional feelings that we experience. The tactile nature of these textures is completely reinforced through my art narrative, and this connection is deep. The multiple layers of texture that I use, via the burning, the resin, the carving, the painting, the clay even going forward, all of that is a different texture, and it adds to the complexity of the piece. They're not just smooth, they're not simple, they represent the challenges that we overcome, the wisdom we gain, and the beauty of a complex life lived. It's not just art on the wall, it's an intentional anchor for the viewer and for me. It's my personal identity as well in each piece, because I am feminine. I experience all the emotions that I put into my piece, and I imbue it. While I'm making a piece focused on a story, I am in that mindset. I am reflecting about that moment, about that transition, about that challenge, or about the thing that I've learned that relates to each point of each piece. And through that, I'm actually adding even more depth and emotional resonance to each piece. And collectors tell me they feel immediately deeply personal connected to each piece that they see, and that's because They are investing in the visual affirmation of their own strength and their own intentional journey. It's a visceral reminder to engage with your own inner power, just as intentional light reveals the true depth of one of my art pieces, and it can illuminate often unseen elements of the piece. Some light can also illuminate unseen strength that defines women, that defines you, a core principle that I urge you to engage with when you're looking at my pieces. Now, every piece is a singular expression of a philosophy, crafted with meticulous detail and profound meaning. And if you connect with the power, resilience, and beauty of the feminine narrative, I invite you to explore my available works, or join a custom discussion for a commission. I would love to work with you if you're resonating with my art, and that way I can express your journey. Let's collaborate. Thanks for watching.